guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Nika. Thank you so much for stopping in. So today I just wanted to do a quick video, quick little chit chat about you being your own worst enemy. And it just came to my mind because I noticed like a lot of times where I'm like, I really want to do something, or I have this great idea, and it's like, it's logical, it makes logical sense, and I know I could reach the goal that I'm thinking about or that I'm wanting to reach for myself. And then all these thoughts go through my head, negative, you know, you can't do that, you're not smart enough. What makes you think that you can achieve something like that? You don't have the support that you need. You don't have the friends that you need. You by yourself. You know, and it's constantly a mental beat down that I do on myself. And I'm sure I talked about this before in one of my videos about, you know, how we have to train our minds to think differently so that we can reach the goals that we want, so we can actually be happy. I mean, if you're sitting back constantly beating yourself up, destroying yourself, tearing yourself down when you look in the mirror, and I've done that lots of times. I still struggle with that to this day, just based off of childhood bruises that I still need to heal, you know, being bullied and things like that in school. And I'm carrying it into my adulthood. I'm almost mid-30s. You know, who cares what happened in elementary school? Point, you have a whole new life. Your life has changed so much. Why are you still stuck there? And that's me. You know, sometimes it used to be really bad, y'all, before I really went through counseling and went through, you know, healing and, you know, connecting with God and things like that. It was really, really bad for me. Like, there was nothing, you couldn't pay me enough to believe that I was beautiful, that I was smart, that I had great things that I was capable of doing set up in my life. There was just so much negativity in my mind because I was in a mental prison of the things that I had encountered in life. And so I brought that into my adulthood, and I put on the front like, oh, I'm so happy and things. I am the same Shamika. I am that same woman, just more advanced. And I haven't had any surgeries or anything. I look the same, but the only difference is I glow differently now because I have a strong sense of knowledge of who I am and whose I am. And because of that, I'm a much stronger, more vibrant, more beautiful woman than I was in my 20s. People think I'm in my 20s now. When I was in my 20s, people thought I was in my 30s. Let that sink in. That's because I was so negative, and it wears on you on the outside. It truly does. It shows up on you. You feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough. All that's going to show, and it's ugly scars that you're wearing every day. You're walking around with every day. No one's going to feel bad for you. They're just going to judge the scars that you're putting out for everyone to see. So when I say that you are your own worst enemy, in a sense, you are. No one can make you feel as terrible as you can make yourself feel. No one can beat you up as much as you can beat yourself up. No one can make you feel as little, as tiny, as just not important as you can make yourself feel. You want to know why? Because you are yourself. You're the only person that can get to you in a way that can be truly damaging, truly spiritually, emotionally, physically abusive to yourself. You're the only one who can truly get down to what it takes, because you know your own insecurities. You know your own fears. And if you're constantly beating yourself up and saying, oh, well, you're not good enough, you're never going to do this, you're never going to get that job, you're never going to get married, you're never going to have kids, you're never going to be a good wife, you're never going to be a good husband, you're never going to do this, you're never going to do that. That's your own insecurities. No one else can know. Sure, people on the outside can make little jokes and, you know, things like that, but it would never affect you in the same way that you can affect yourself thinking that same way. That's why you have to learn to be your own best friend. And it sounds cliche, it sounds corny, it sounds like, you know, get out of here with that, like we so tired of hearing that, but it is the absolute truth, because I am a living testimony of that. It was not until I started to learn whose I was, which I already knew, but truly, you know, truly partnering, truly talking with my Father, God, that I started that, you know, at that point I started to evolve more and be more open-minded and appreciative of myself. How dare I say that I am nothing or that I don't deserve anything in life when my father is a king? And then, if for those of you who don't believe, you know, that's fine. But there's other things that I did too. I had to learn who Mika was. I had to learn what Mika liked. I had to learn what was Mika's scars internally, and not go all over Facebook and social media and like put all of it out and trying to bash people who hurt me and all that stuff. No, I had to take that time, write it all out, and say, look, you said right here that when you were in 4th grade, somebody pushed you down, say you were ugly, say you were skinny, all this and this. Look myself in the mirror and say, you are strong. You are beautiful. Your body fits what you're meant to be. Your body fits, it's perfectly aligned for your height and for yourself. You don't have to be walking around worried about someone think you too skinny, someone think you too fat. None of that. Because I had to learn to love myself right where I am. Not, well, once I lose a couple pounds, or once I gain a couple pounds, or once I do something to make myself feel strong, then I'll be strong. Then I'll be beautiful. Then I'll be perfect. Because you'll never be perfect to the outside world. You could be the most beautiful person walking this earth. Somebody somewhere is going to say, she all right. He's cool. Not my type. I don't really like the way they smell. I don't like the texture of their hair. That'd be cool if they was a little bit shorter, just a little bit taller. If they was a little thicker, nah, you know, they'd be cuter with green eyes. There's always going to be somebody like that. So what are you going to do? Go around trying to change and fix everything? You're never going to be perfect to someone. So why not start with being perfect for yourself? Why not start by saying, you know what? I am perfectly made. I am wonderfully and fearfully made with strength and happiness. I was designed with purpose. I have purpose. My life has purpose. Somebody needs to know me. Someone needs to come into contact with me because they need me just how I am. Someone will love everything about me. Someone will respect me. You have to believe that for yourself and stop tearing yourself down. While other people, they may snicker and all this for little simple things, and then they move on with their life. I don't like the way she dressed, ha ha. I don't like the way that he talks, ha ha. And then they move on with their life, and they don't talk about somebody else, or, you know, minding somebody else's business. They're out here doing their thing, and you stuck in that same spot. Oh, well, maybe I need to take speech classes because people laugh at the way I talk. Oh, maybe, you know, maybe I need to, you know, spend thousands of dollars on a new wardrobe because people say they don't like the way that I dress. You're stuck there, and you're constantly going to be stuck there until you can fix it. And then you're still going to be stuck there because you're going to feel like, especially if you try to do this change and it still didn't work, you're going to be resentful because you're like, well, I did all this because people were talking about that, and then people are still talking about me. Yeah. Because you're never going to be perfect to everybody. You're not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Get it out of your head. Get over yourself. You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. But you need to be your own cup of tea. Once you are your own cup of tea, there's nothing no one can say or do to belittle you, to take away the love that you have for yourself. There's nothing that no one can say that will make you feel unattractive, that will make you feel like you're just nothing. There's nothing that no one else could say or do that would make you feel worthless. Nothing. Nothing. So just love yourself and be positive and stop being your own worst enemy. Like I said before, there is nothing that anybody can say or do that can harm you as much as you can harm yourself. So you keep that in mind. Think about what I said. Let it sink in. And let me know what you think in the comment box below. We'll keep the conversation going. As usual, please be polite, be courteous, be honest. And, you know, let's not be judgmental of what other people have to say, because everybody is entitled to their own opinions. We'll keep the conversation going, and we will talk next time. Bye.